I fought the best and smartest fight of my career, and nobody's going to change my mind on that. I felt terrible about my UFC 300 performance, and I got a second round finish, and the crowd cheered. And I thought that was the worst performance that I had. And this one was the best performance that I had, and the fans booed, and I feel great. Literally zero effect on me. BETR is taking the game to the next level. We had 1,000x multipliers, but now we have 2,000x. BETR has the highest payouts in daily fantasy, and you can win up to 100K cash. Play UFC, NBA, NHL, and so much more in the BETR app now. Download BETR, play BETR picks, and use code BONICKAL now. Let's get it.
So how we been, boys? It's been like 7 months.
Dude, haven't seen you guys in forever. It's been a minute.
It's been tough.
Dude, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
Just, is it coming to culmination of fight week,
I just haven't got a
holidays.
chance to regroup.
Yeah.
You know, I have like little moments, but then it's just busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Well, fight went great. Did that whole thing.
Over there.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, we were
I
there.
saw you there. And then I went to your house.
That was fun.
That was the most rest I got. It was like so nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. Papa made the most amazing spread. Ate so much. And actually, I didn't eat that much because my stomach was like
Still small.
But I ate what I needed to
You know
eat.
what was really good was the pizza late at night when he stripped it bare and then remade it with his meatballs.
Bro, I didn't even realize he did that, but I was like, this is like the best pizza ever. Yeah. And then you're like, yeah, he actually took all the ingredients off the top and then reheated it with his own stuff. And I was like, good
Yeah,
man.
it just stripped it
Wow.
down to the,
It was
to the,
so
to
good.
the dough.
It had like,
Yeah.
it wasn't just meatballs though. It had other stuff on it, right?
Meatballs, veggies.
It had like peppers and
Yeah.
stuff. It was
Wow.
so good.
Basically like knocked the house down to the bones.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh, it was amazing. So good. And so that was great. And then on the way home,
Oh my
just went to
gosh,
crap,
but we
bro.
talk about this.
everything went to hell.
Oh,
Dude,
that was
I felt so bad.
one of the worst.
I was a little annoyed and embarrassed, but
No,
more so I felt bad.
I felt so bad.
I was just like, damn it, Maddie, hold that in.
no, but then once we all got it,
Yeah.
like
I knew
I realized how
bad it was for
impressive.
her.
Yeah, but how impressive it was that how she was dealing with it.
Yeah.
Because she was like quiet.
It wasn't that
and-
big a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how, I mean, the first one, I was like, really? Because I was thinking she was just getting car sick.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, all right, like, you can't.
Which would have been pretty crazy.
It would have been pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw it like 6 times.
But that was what I was saying. After the first one, I was like, she's getting car sick.
Yeah.
And then she started like the second, third, I was like, damn, she must be hurting.
Yeah.
Like, that's bad. Like, oh, that sucks so bad. And then it was
Yeah.
so
Let's
contagious.
all
Yeah.
tell our
All right.
Just for context here,
experience.
everyone got sick.
Every single person in the crew got sick.
Yeah.
That was at the fight.
It came for all of us.
The gang got sick.
Yep.
So I'll tell mine first. So we're on the way home, driving from Jersey, whatever, 3.5, 4 hour drive. We're about halfway in, and my wife just starts not feeling good. We pulled over probably 4 times. She puked every time. It was bad. And like she's got Ace in the back. Like it was rough. And so I was just like, please God, like help us get home. So we make it home. She can lay in bed and Ace is asleep. So it's all good. And I'm like, oh, I hope I don't get sick. I'm not staying in the bedroom. Like this is not good. And so I went out to our living room and I lay down on the couch and I kind of was just like sitting there. It was like not that late. It was like 8 p.m. or something. And sat there for like 45 minutes. Then I started like kind of getting really cold, just really cold. Like I couldn't stop shaking.
Oh,
like,
dang.
and I was like, oh shit, this is weird.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm definitely sick. This sucks. I was like, what do I do? And so I just kind of started like wandering around the house, like just
did the
walking
same
around,
thing.
like just trying to figure out like,
What's about to hit you?
I know this is about to hit me.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get mentally prepared. And so then I go to the bathroom and I'm like, this is starting to get rough.
Yeah.
And for me, I was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna throw up. But then my stomach started hurting, and I was like, both ends, bro. And then so I was like, kind of like leaning over the toilet to throw up, and I was like, if I throw up and it go like this isn't gonna be good. So I got to turn around. So then I grabbed a trash can, boom, throw up, boom, both ends, and then I'm like, but for me it was the way I threw up. It was like, a 15-minute buildup for like dry heave, dry heave, just like crazy cramp, and then dry heave, and then it was like the littlest little like puke that came out, but it was like so violent. It was like my stomach was squeezed so hard it just pushed everything up and out of me. Like there wasn't that much, but it was just like it was like, and as I was doing it, I was like, my body was so tense, but I was able, and I would like freak out kind of because I couldn't breathe. And then I was like, relax. You're going to pass out. You're going to pass out. And then I was like, ugh, and I would get a little air. Yeah. And then I'd go again, and I was like, ugh, and then I'd be like, my body's still doing it, but I'm like relaxing in my mind. Yeah. And so then I got all that out.
Did you eat anything when you got home?
No.
Okay, so that helped you a lot.
Yeah, I didn't eat anything.
Okay.
Because my stomach was still shrunk again. Yeah. And so I kind of got a little lucky, I think. But then I took the hottest, longest shower of all time.
That's what you got to do, man.
It was like 2 hours of boiling water. And
you were still cold.
I was so cold. Oh. I couldn't get uncold. And I just sat there in the shower, like on the ground with the shower going over me. And I was just like,
that's the safe space, man.
The safe space. It felt so good.
Gets me through everything.
Wow. And it was just boiling, like burning me, but I didn't care. And then I was good. That kind of got it out of me.
Really?
So the next morning I woke up and I just felt a little achy, just like I'd done too hard of a workout.
Yeah.
And then by that evening at like, 6 p.m. I was good. So I recovered quick.
So you were only throwing up for like an hour or two?
So I got sick, and I would say it was like in total, counting the long showers, probably like 3-4 hours.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
What about you?
Dude, I was on my deathbed for like a week. It was way dude, I called it when I usually do not call off work. Like I'm my mom didn't raise a bitch. I call Bo the night we were supposed to do the pod last week. I'm like, dude, I cannot do this. Like I can't even like set up the cameras. I went in here, I set up this tripod, got too tired, went back on the couch. Like could not do anything.
Yeah, I'm done.
Sick for literally right after I called him, right back to sleep on the couch. I slept for like 14 hours a day.
Wow.
So, when I got sick, Sunday night we came back, me and Moose. Monday did not feel great. Tuesday woke up and I was like, wow, I'm definitely really sick. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, still really sick. Friday, still not getting better, still have a fever.
Wow.
Friday night into Saturday morning, don't sleep. I have to drive home to my parents' house, go to urgent care there.
Oh, wow.
Like, dude.
You went to urgent care?
Dude,
were you throwing up?
Dude, could not throw up. That's why I think I was sick for so long, because I couldn't get sick.
Wait, so what were you feeling the couple days leading up to when you went home?
Dude, like no energy.
So but just like fatigue and like fever
achy. I had a 101.5 degree fever for.
And then
like
that led
3 days.
into the weekend where you were
nauseous. So listen to this. So Friday night into Saturday morning, I don't sleep. It's like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna get up at this point and shower. Pop the lights on in my bathroom. I have a rash on my entire body.
What?
Bro, this sounds terrible.
Dude, I was
we
like...
should have ended with you.
Yeah.
You got it the worst.
I think we all had different strands of it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Dude,
right?
mine was like bad. And like, it wasn't bad or anything. I've had it... I usually when I get sick, sometimes that happens, and go to urgent care, and they're like, yeah, that's pretty bad. And I'm like, I'm well aware.
Dang.
Gave me some steroids and...
Did you ever puke or anything?
Nope.
Never did.
Not once. I think that was the problem, that I don't have the ability to puke. It's just not in my blood.
You never puke?
I've puked maybe 3 times in my entire life.
Wow.
I haven't puked that many times either. I've maybe puked like 10 times.
It's hard.
I puked a lot.
It's hard.
You're a puker. Terry's like, I've puked like 10 times this year.
So,
dang.
Dude, yeah, it was bad.
How was it for you and Julie?
Yeah.
So we didn't have the fevers.
Oh, I had
like
a fever.
Chills.
Yeah, I had that.
So we all had completely different things, which is really weird.
But
no, I got home and I just felt so bad for Maddie. So I was like, in her honor, I have to get like the biggest Chipotle burrito I could possibly get. And this thing was the size of my bottle, bro. Like they double wrapped it. They considered a triple wrap. Like this lady went way too hard for me.
Nice.
Yeah, so I get home, so I'm eating.
Oh my gosh, I know where this is going.
So I'm like 3/4 of the way through, and I'm like, I'm really not enjoying this. I don't know why. And I was like, this is really weird. So I just stopped eating, and I had like a little bit left.
That never happens.
Never.
Always finish.
Yeah. And so I was like, that's weird, but like I'm good. So I end up going to sleep, and like everything's fine. And then around like 2 a.m.
Oof.
I wake up from being nauseous. So I'm like, that's weird. I was like, that burrito like must have had something weird in it. So I'm like, I'm completely fine. But then I start like aimlessly walking around because I'm like just wondering what's going on. And then I'm like, I'm gonna make myself throw up because like something's not sitting right.
Yeah.
So I just go out to the deck. It's like freezing cold, and I just make myself throw up. And I throw up like most of the burrito, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. And so I go back to sleep for like 3 hours, and then like 5 a.m. hits, and I'm like,
you're just like instantly awake, rush.
Yeah, I rushed, bro. And then it hit me, and I was like, just throwing up for like a good 2 hours straight. And then it hit Julie, and so then we were like running in and out. Yeah, somehow thank the Lord, the timing like worked out to where like she would hold on to it till I was done, and then we were just throwing up nonstop.
That's
and
terrible.
Took like 6 showers, and finally like was trying to go back to sleep, and at that point it was just like your abs were like so sore,
dude. Yeah. That's how I was the next day. I woke up, I was like, I'm sore.
Yeah, and it was just like driving.
Like I did P90X ab ripper.
Yeah, that point of throwing up, like you're saying, when like your body is in full tense mode,
just doesn't have
and
anything.
you can't breathe, and you're just like,
you're taking heavy breaths.
Yeah,
and it hits you. It's you know what's the worst is when you do it for like you get a long one in. You're like,
it's you at the end,
and then you're like, and then it comes back too quick, and then it's like. You can't get your breath.
Sounds, bro. Dude, the worst sounds.
Yeah, dude, I was making weird noises, bro.
And
I was making like animal trapped in a cage noises.
Well, that's why while
it helps a little bit to make the noise, though.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It's like you got to let it out.
Let it out.
But then I was thinking, I was like, this must have been so bad in the car, because like
imagine she had that in the car.
Yeah, because the car just makes everything worse.
Freaking trooper.
Yeah,
bro. You know who's the ultimate trooper?
Who?
Ace.
What happened to him?
Bro, he had 2 nights in a row. Bro, so the whole day, everything totally cool, fine. Like he's just like a little less happy than he normally is, but like still having a good time. Each night, projectile vomits. Just like boom, shoots out of his mouth, then back to a good. Bro, he took it like a champ. He was just like, whatever.
Wow.
Like that's just how, I don't know. No
That's
big deal.
impressive.
Yeah, man. But
the baby handled it better than I did.
the baby handled it better than everyone. So
That's crazy.
he was
Yeah,
chilling.
that was rough. I thought it was some like
I thought it was food poisoning.
warfare because it spread through us so quickly.
Yeah, initially I was like, had to have been food poisoning because of how violent. But then I was like, oh, everybody got it. Like, we didn't all really eat the same things.
Yeah,
like there wasn't really. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it would have been. It wasn't food poisoning.
it was a bug.
It was
Because
a bug.
you don't get like fever and stuff from.
Well, Ace got it before the fight.
Yeah, so it
that's how we
could have
know.
started with him. But. Yeah,
it was that for sure. The same thing.
Yeah, but I just couldn't believe how many people it went through.
Did Zach get it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Most of the family.
Your fam?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
All the little kids.
That's so terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be better for it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Doesn't
next
kill you,
day,
makes you stronger.
you're so grateful. You're just like,
I
Lord, I'm
survived.
throwing up.
Yeah. Thank the Lord.
Weird, interesting move of going outside on the deck to vomit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Talk me through that play.
what do I want to say here? Well, I didn't want to wake up my wife.
Smart.
And I didn't want to clean anything up, so I thought it was a one and done.
Nice.
And also, like, if I was like out at a party years ago and like I wasn't feeling well, like I would go.
The deck's the move.
Yeah,
I've been on the deck.
That's a very solid point.
Yeah,
You just let it go. The problem is when it's a double deck, deck. You don't know there's a bottom deck. Then you see the next day. Oh, frick! There was a bottom deck.
yeah.
It never hit the ground. It was deck to deck. That's a big issue. Airbnb owners do not like that.
No, they really got to be clear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
Yeah.
That it was the sickness of death, and then Thanksgiving. So
Thanksgiving was great.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. So after that, I immediately flew out to Colorado, spent a couple days there, then flew to South Dakota.
Nice.
And hunted a bunch of birds. Just had a great time, man.
Yeah,
I've told you about that place before, right?
The one where it's like a really nice
Sutton Bay.
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
Like
So
really good food. And
it's
stuff.
so good, bro. So I was so glad the sickness hit me, and then I was good to go for that.
Yeah,
because we had a ball. So basically, the way it works, so I flew out to Colorado to meet up with my uncle and my other business partners. So my one business partner is a member at this lodge. So it's like a hunting lodge in the winter. And then in the summer and spring, they do fishing tours, and then they have an 18-hole golf course. So it's like super nice. And then they have super nice lodges. So there's like a big main lodge with bar, restaurant, like spa, you know, pro shop, like all kinds of stuff. And then there's like all these individual houses. So it gets like, it's funny because like as you go further away from the main lodge, so off the main lodge, there's like, it's almost like hotel rooms. And then it's like they get into like to a little bit bigger like single units. And then by the end it's like 4-person suites that are like 4 bedrooms, and then it's like massive houses. So it's kind of crazy. Like there's a bunch of different lodging options. But it's right on this beautiful lake. And so you see like the sunset right over the lake. It's so nice. And basically, so we were in Colorado. We took a jet out to South Dakota because we had all our guns and our dogs and stuff. So like my dog came. You know the dog I have in Colorado? Yeah. He's dope. He's GSP. Yeah, he flew out with us, and we got there, started hunting, and then basically like the day schedule is you wake up, get a fire breakfast, then we hang out for a second, go hunt in the morning for a couple hours, come back, fire lunch, like amazing, like so good. They do all kinds of amazing stuff. For breakfast, they have your typical Eggs Benedict, you know, they have like just all types of, you know, normal breakfast stuff. For lunch, they have like bison chili. Ooh. They have a pheasant soup that's a wild rice pheasant soup that's phenomenal. They have like all different types of, like, they have a bunch of different normal stuff, but then they have like local type of game meats mixed in. So like bison, pheasants, different unique stuff. They have a bunch of walleye. Have you ever had walleye? So walleye is like a fish in there. They live in the lakes. It's like a white fish. So, but it's like the best fish that I've had.
Really?
I love it more than like any other
like
fish.
Fatty and
no, it's like you ever have like fish and chips?
Yeah, like fried.
Yeah. So it's like that's a walleye. So it's a white fish like that. You can get it fried, but you can also get it, you know, blackened. Boiled. They did a broiled in butter. They had one broiled in butter, and then they just had like a bunch of different ways to do it. But it's just like a really meaty, thick, nice fish that's like high quality. You just get like it's just a good fish meat.
Nice.
Like it's great. And so, they have like a bunch of that stuff. So then we'd go after lunch, we'd go hunt some more birds, spend like 2 or 3 more hours hunting birds. And so, and you shoot so many birds. Like the group of 7 of us shot 300 birds in 3 days. And then we get back from the second day. They do like a little cocktail hour, hang out, and then we go back, shower up, and then we go to dinner, and the dinner's phenomenal. Bison steaks, they got regular beef steaks, they got this super, they did like a super good apps. One of them was it was like a bison tenderloin with a hollandaise sauce and like a little like biscuit kind of type thing underneath it. They did a pheasant quesadilla that was fire. What else did they do? Then they did fire desserts. I got a cookie skillet every night. So it's just like a cast iron skillet, big ass cookie with a giant dollop of vanilla ice cream on top.
Oh my god!
And then every meal I was hammering espressos, bro. Desserts and espressos after every meal. No questions asked. And it's just a beautiful place. And you know the actual land that we're hunting on is manicured like pristine. It's so nice, so amazing. It's 5,000 or 6,000 acres of just beautiful farmland, and they they have a lot of wild birds, but they release 30,000 farm birds every year. So there's so many birds. Like one field we'll see like 70 birds sometimes in one field. Like it's crazy. And but it's just very leisurely, very fun.
You're just walking and shooting.
Yeah. So basically the way it works is they have a field of corn or milo or grass, and it's kind of just like it's squared off, and there's like 100 yards between the fields. So it's just like a long rectangle, like a couple 100 yards. Mm-hmm. So the pheasants hang out in the cover. They like it in there. It keeps them safe, keeps them out of the cold, that type of thing. And so we'll walk as a group, right? And we have, like, let's say we have a group of 7. Like 5 of us will be lined up in a straight line. We'll have 2 guides behind us, and the guides will have like 4 or 5 dogs. So the dogs will be up ahead of you. They'll run through the rows and flush a bird up. They stay like 10 to 15 yards away from you. They'll flush a bird up, and then whoever it's near, it's their shot. So they'll shoot at it. And then the dog, if you shoot the bird, the dog will retrieve the bird and bring it back to the guide. And so they'll keep the birds. And you just move your way through the field. And then at the end of the field, so what happens is these birds run. So they'll see you, they'll run down the rows. So we put 2 blockers at the end of the field. And we have it's not a big, it's like a little short bus that we all ride on. We ride around to the different areas and stuff. And so they'll park the bus. 2 guys will sit here. And so as you get to the end of the field, a lot of times the birds will pile up. So the last, 30 or so yards, a lot of times you'll see like 20 birds, like, like we shoot over under shotguns. So like you almost can't even reload fast enough. Wow. You're like, bam, 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 bam. Like it's so fun. Dang. And you work with the dogs. So the dogs that they have, because of the way they hunt, they mostly hunt just flushing dogs. So their dogs, they'll just run through, flush the bird, run through, flush the bird. And they just work on staying near you and running side to side. So it's like labs do that, Brittany, Spaniel, like English pointer, like those type of dogs, a lot of times they're just flushing them. My dog's a GSP, German Shorthair Pointer. So his style of hunting, it doesn't really work as well for that type of environment, because the way you hunt a pointer is they might run a little further ahead, but that once they see a bird, or once they like have a good scent of a bird, they'll point. So they stand up on one leg and they do this, and they'll lock in on that bird and stare. And so then what you do is gives you time to walk up, and they might be 10 yards from the bird sometimes. Like, a lot of times it's close, but most of the time it's right there. And so they might be right there, and they'll just stay there stiff like a statue. You walk up, they'll flush the bird, boom, you shoot the bird. A really good dog, once they flush the bird, will stop again. Then you shoot the bird, it drops, they'll track the bird, then the pointer then you'll say, you give them the signal to go get them. They'll go get the bird, and then they'll bring it back to you. So it's a slower pace of hunting. So a lot of times if you're hunting with pointers, it would be amazing to shoot like 10 birds in an afternoon, because it's just a longer process, and you got to see your dog. With the flushing dogs, we can't even see them a lot of times. We just see they're just running through, and the bird's just flat. But when there's that many birds, the flusher is better. But when there's let's say we're in that same field and there's 2 birds in that field, the pointer is a better way to go about it. But you just got to be able to see your dog, because if you don't see them point, you're wandering around. So a lot of times we'll put a GPS collar on them.
Got it.
So we know where they're at. So we were able to hunt some grasses with my dog, and you could see him, and then he'd point the bird, walk up, he'd flush the bird, then we'd shoot him.
That's cool.
Which is more fun. I enjoy that a little more. It's a little more of an interactive relationship with the dog.
Yeah, that's cool to do with your own dog too.
It is. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I actually, last year, when we first got him, so his first bird, it was what you do to train him is you'll set a little cage in the field with a bird in it, and then you'll let them work, and then they'll smell the bird in the cage, they'll see it, they'll point it, and then you hit a button, it opens the cage, the bird flies. So his first ever training, I was with him, and he pointed the bird, they released the bird, I shot him, and he retrieved it and brought it back to me, which was so cool.
Dang.
But doing that in the actual field is the coolest feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so cool to see the dogs work.
Wow.
That's sweet.
It's cool too, because it's they have such a purpose, It's when we're getting ready to go do it, they're all fired up. They're like, let's go. The dogs are all excited, and then they go do it, and then they're dead tired at the end. Wow. They're like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so fun. we'll go out to that place at some point.
Yeah, that's a hunting I would be into.
You would be. Yeah, it's really fun.
It's very bougie hunting.
Yeah.
Ronan went.
Yeah, I went like 2 years ago with them, and
you filmed it.
Yeah, it was my first experience of what hunting was like, and I'm like, this is amazing.
That's not as much. It's more shooting.
Yeah,
like it's not like
you're not hunting.
Yeah, you're not really hunting. You're shooting. It's sport. You're gonna see the birds, but then they give they'll give you a little like cooler. It's like a soft shell cooler, and you bring back as much pheasant as you want. Like
that's nice.
They have 10 birds in a cooler, like 20 breasts or whatever, and they're all breasted out, ready, vac sealed. You just bring them back.
Wow.
So you get as much meat as you want.
Have you had pheasant?
Yeah,
I made it for
me. Ate some nuggets one time.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna do
super
them again.
good.
So good. Yeah. That's for me like so much fun.
Yeah,
it's not the intense like big game hunt where you have all this pressure and you're waiting for so long, and then you finally have this one opportunity, and then boom, you either make the shot or you don't. It's like there's bird, bang, oh I missed, no worries. Oh, there's bird, bang, got him, nice, awesome. Next one. It's like on to the next. It's like it's just fun and leisurely. It's real sporty.
Yeah, especially if you have a good crew.
The crew's the best part. You're just hanging, chilling with the boys, doing your thing. That's what's the most fun. Yeah, for sure. No, but did that and then flew back to Pittsburgh. Thanksgiving with Maddie and her fam was great, and then just got back yesterday. Nice. Yeah, from there. So
yeah, so you've been going nonstop,
dude. Yeah, I've been everywhere. Yeah, I'm like ready to just be at home.
Yeah,
and chill.
Yeah, this is a good time for it too.
Definitely.
You're leaving again, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I am. I am. Yeah.
So to be home for 24 hours before I fly to Alaska.
Yeah, right. No, I wish I was going to Alaska. I'm going to Vegas for the fight.
Oh, for the fight. Yeah.
You can't freaking go with me, jerk.
I'm sorry, bro.
It's messed up.
I have one camp in all of December.
I know.
Who's that? What's that card again?
Dude, this is
a good one. 310, right?
Yeah.
Where are you staying at?
Resorts World.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's the best hotel.
Little
Fuhu?
breakfast spot.
Ooh, what is it called? I don't even remember.
Yeah. I don't know.
Egg something. The orange juice.
Orange juice. No,
avocado toast. So good, bro. It was so good.
This is the most insane card I've seen in a while.
That's the I was like, this is not that good of a card. It's the prelims, yeah.
Prelims.
Randy Brown, Brian Battle. That'd be a good fight.
Wow, Sterling and
why are they putting it so low?
That low, yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know. It's crazy.
That should be on the main card.
I also think that should be on the main card.
Aljamain's a former champ, and Mobzar's 18-0.
I just think that it's sad because I think the UFC think it's going to be a boring fight, but
maybe, but
it's going to be
like,
wrestling.
Who cares? These are two of the best fighters in the world.
Yeah,
this is like a title eliminator fight. And it's third on the prelims. That's nuts. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. The main card better be stacked.
It's pretty stacked, but
it is pretty stacked.
They should be on the main card.
I agree.
There's a couple fights on there that they could swap it.
Who's Vincente fighting?
So he was a late
guy
replacement.
that The Rock bought a house for.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
He's a cool guy. I think.
Yeah,
he like
he's
nice
pretty
guy.
good.
What's his record? 14-4.
Yeah,
he's won a few in a row. Beat Nico Price. Beat a few guys. 3 in a row. 3 wins in a row.
That's a big step up.
Big step up. But Luque's a little older too, right?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
33. They're both 33.
Wow, I thought he was way older. I thought Luque was like
he's got a lot of fights.
near 40.
22-10.
Yeah. And then this was the fight that was supposed to be on your card, Bo, race
moved.
against Anthony Smith. Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Got moved.
What is Anthony Smith's record? 38-20.
Dude, that's insane.
A lot of fights.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
58 fights.
A lot of fights. Wow. Don McRae is 13-4.
He hasn't fought in
not in a long time. He got knocked out by Yuri. Has he fought since then? Oh, he beat Dustin Jacoby by KO.
I think it might be.
No, he didn't fight in 2023. So he lost to Ryan Spann. So he lost a few.
Wow.
Where
I mean,
did
that was
Ryan
a
Spann
brutal
go?
knockout.
What's that?
Is Ryan Spann still fighting?
He has to be. He definitely is, right?
I don't
I
know.
heard that dude's name forever.
33. His last fight was when? He beat Oven St. Peru.
Oh, 307.
Oh, so he just fought.
Oh,
Yeah.
guess I missed it.
I missed it too.
Yeah.
So what's the main card for 310? Here we go. Shavkat.
Yeah, so let's go over here. Nate the Train.
Oh, I love Nate the Train versus the Korean Superboy.
Dude.
Bro, he was one of my faves back in the day. You remember that guy?
Who?
The Korean Superboy?
Do you remember his fight against Cub Swanson?
He had a crazy fight with Cub.
Dude, Choi?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he was great. That was one of the craziest fights seen by far.
He's a savage.
Yeah.
He's got the ultimate baby face.
Yeah.
He's like a cartoon character.
How old do you think he is?
30.
33.
What?
Nate the Train is 36.
Yo, Nate the Train is one of my favorite fighters.
He has
Go ahead, whoop my ass. See what happens. You seen that?
I don't know him.
Yo.
Dude, oh my gosh.
Type in Nate the Train post-fight.
When I'm here with the always entertaining Nate Landwehr. Nate, another classic performance from yourself.
Dude, he has it tatted on him.
Adversity, a little bit of blood on display, but then of course you get the finish.
Does he also have it tatted on his stomach?
It says Nate
twice. No, it doesn't. It says Nate.
Clarksville, stand up! Let's go!
All right, listen.
Coming into this one, he had a chip on his shoulder because he said that you were blowing up and he was going to take out that frustration on your face. How does that make you feel?
Hey, whoop my see what happens. Let's go. Atlantic City, make some
I love this guy.
noise.
Everybody's like, yeah.
Like 4 people. Why does he keep flexing that one arm?
He goes, I'm looking like a young Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Dude,
That's how you cut a promo right there.
That's great.
that is how you
Yeah.
cut a promo.
Now he's opening up the main card.
That's what happens, man.
Dude, he had another crazy fight. It's a long one. It goes all 15 minutes. But it was the guy on your card that he fought, Dembe.
Yeah, bro, that was a crazy
15
fight,
minutes of
That dude-
just
I don't know how that dude
war.
survived. He was whooping that dude's ass so bad. The dude almost the same thing, almost knocked him out. But then the guy, what do you call it? He just hung in there with Nate. Nate was just busting his face up. It was bad.
Dude, in the first round, Nate was getting it. Same thing. Like, got knocked down
Dude,
a couple times.
That's gonna be a crazy fight because the Korean Wonder or Superboy comes to bang. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not like a,
That's gonna be fight of the night for sure.
100%
yeah,
has to be.
it's got to be.
I'm gonna pick my winners right here.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah.
Nate, Bryce, Cyril, Ian, Pantoja.
Wow.
100%.
I like all of those picks, actually.
Nate-
Bryce Mitchell against Kron Gracie is going to be a good fight.
Give me Nate, give me Bryce, give me Cyril, Ian, and Pantoja. Yeah, 100%.
That's a good parlay.
Yeah.
Yeah, lock it in, boys. Make that pick. I'm better.
Let's go.
Dude, it's going to be a good card. I'm excited to see this Kai.
Asakura.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyoji knocked him out.
Yeah, dude.
Get Kyoji in the UFC, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude.
Yeah, this is crazy.
They're hyping the fact that he's getting a title fight off the rip like this is
I mean, he's good. He's got
nuts.
25 fights, but get Kyoji in there, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, dude, if he becomes, it's a win-win for Kyoji because Pantoja's same gym. But if this dude wins, then they can set up that promo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Wow.
Japan versus Japan. They're 1-1.
Japan
Kyoji
card.
knocked him out.
Really?
He beat Kyoji. It was like a kind of a fluke, and then Kyoji came and whooped his butt, bro. And after the fight, dude, Kyoji freaking smashed this dude after the fight. Goes easy fights, and then he texted me that too after I beat Paul Craig. He goes,
Yeah.
he texted me easy fights. Yeah, he's been messing with me though, bro. When we were training, he goes. Every time I see him, he goes, striking 0. I'm like, dude. I was like, no. I was like, give me at least 1. Striking 1. Come on, bro. But I usually get him. I go, wrestling 0. He's the man. Yeah, he's the best.
So that fight may happen eventually. Obviously, we don't want to see Pantoja. I think that he should.
If it's for the
smoke him.
if it's for the belt, it's for the belt.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
So-
but, yeah,
Bilal got hurt.
yeah. Apparently,
Yeah, he
Okay.
did something to his toe.
I haven't heard much about that.
Yeah.
Got it.
He had it was a bone infection. It was bad.
That sounds bad.
He's like sidelined
That
for a
stinks
couple
for
months.
Shavkat.
Yeah.
That's not for the belt. Is that for the belt?
No,
It would have been.
It was.
Well, right, against Bilal, but this isn't for interim?
No.
No.
They're not giving this interim. Wow, they really should. I think that's an interim title fight.
I don't even know what interim title is anymore, man.
Well, we have Tom Aspinall, who's the interim champ, and Jon Jones.
But he's technically
just
not
fought
anymore.
Stipe. Is he not the champ?
Uncle
interim champ?
Chael said that as soon as John stepped in the octagon, that
Well, John's a champ.
Aspinall
So
gets
John
stripped.
beat Cyril.
Yeah.
For the championship. Then why did they have and then Tom fought Sergey for the interim belt.
John Torres Peck.
Then Tom refought for the second interim belt against Curtis Blades, double champ. First ever double interim champ.
Dude, it's insane.
Tom Aspinall, first ever double interim champ.
Just like, we'll give you any belt you want, man. Just don't leave.
He defended the interim title. First person to defend an interim title. Oh man,
dude!
And then they give Jones the actual belt again.
Yeah,
he's not interim.
No,
he's the champ.
He's the champ.
Wow. And now he wants 50 mil.
Who?
Jones. He said, I need life-changing money or whatever. Show me the money and he'll fight Tom.
Wow.
There's no shot he's going to. I don't know. What do you guys think happens there? You think he rides off in the sunset?
I don't think he can.
I think he beats him.
I think for sure he beats him.
I think he beats him as well, but
I don't think he can wrap it up right now in his mind.
No, he's only 36. But
he's not the oldest champion.
No, Pereira is, right?
Yeah. It was
by like 8 days or something.
Yeah, he got goofed for making that tweet.
Yeah.
It's like Pereira's like 12 days older or something.
No, that's fine. But yeah, I think that he's going to make it happen, and he should get paid all the money in the world.
Yeah.
Give him all of it. That's a huge fight.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing a good job because people really want it. I don't want it that bad, but
I don't really want it that bad either.
Really want it.
The fans are nuts, dude.
Yeah.
They're just like ridiculous. It's crazy, bro. I don't know, man.
It'll be interesting. I mean,
yeah, it is.
It's so funny how like it shows the state of the MMA fans that like so many of them think that Aspinall, like he's scared of Aspinall. Aspinall's gonna beat him.
Bro, this dude fought Prime Shogun, Prime freaking Chael, Prime Gustafsson, Prime DC, Prime Lyoto. He fought every good guy, Prime Vitor. Dude, he's like, come on. And he's afraid of, he's afraid of a British guy? Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Like Tom's good.
He's good. He's really good.
He's the second best heavyweight in the world right now.
I think so. I mean, I think he's a really good fighter, but I just don't think he'll beat Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why people are so interested in that. They're interested in it because of Jones. They're not interested in it because of Aspinall. They're interested in it because Jones is the greatest of all time, and now they have a guy who they. But this isn't any different than what it's always been, bro.
Yeah.
They were interested in, DC. They're interested in Gustafsson. They're interested in Dominic Reyes. They're interested in Tiago.
Yeah.
They're interested in Cyril. It's like, bro.
It's that chance that he loses.
Yeah, they just it's him, dude. Like. He's the show at the end of the day. People want to see it.
Yeah. It would be cool. I like his idea. I actually like the idea of him fighting Alex Pereira more than Tom Aspinall.
I think that would be way more exciting. More exciting fight. But the state of MMA fans, it's like just crazy. I don't get it, man. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So like Jones could fight anybody and they're gonna say
right.
So he could fight Aspinall and whoop Aspinall, and they're gonna find somebody else.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. New guy came in. This guy knocked 3 guys out in a row.
Yeah,
now he's got to fight him, or they're gonna say whatever. You know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's the same thing happened with Francis. The same thing happens with everybody.
Yeah,
it's like you're just a commodity to these people. You're not a human being.
Yeah,
you're just you're just a sack of meat and bones. I don't care.
Get out there and fight
in your underwear.
That is.
MSG was dope,
dude. It was, man.
Crowd was sick.
It was so much better than the first time.
Yeah, it was a really good environment.
Yeah. How are you feeling after a couple weeks?
I feel great. I feel awesome. I think that I haven't really got to watch the fight back because I watched it back like that night, but I haven't really watched it back since then. But I was like freaking dominated, and I beat a guy who's been ranked top 10 in the world, been
the next weight
beat
class.
Champions, the weight class above me, beat a champion, beat a title challenger, and not only beat them but finish one of them in the first round, one of them in the third, and he was 6'4". He looked huge. Oh, but you know what I heard, dude? He went vegan for his last weight cuts, and he didn't this time. He ate meat this time.
That's because
really
our clips.
He did. Yeah. So I saw that he said, I didn't really see all the details of what he said, but he said something about like, oh, I had been vegan, blah, blah, blah. And like for this camp, I ate meat. I'm like, well, that makes sense. It was the freaking best version of him for sure. He fought way better.
Yeah, and he looked ripped up.
Yeah, he looked good. I thought like physically. Before he looked like kind of frail at 85, I think. But yeah, I think that, I mean, he definitely, that was the best version of him. He had 3 months to train, prep, get ready, not eating vegetables exclusively. He's eating freaking actual real food.
Yeah.
And I mean, he came to win, but he just didn't ever do anything of note. He had no good moments in that whole fight. No. His best moment was, I think, in the third round, he checked one of my kicks.
Yeah.
That was the best.
He wasn't lying. He had one plan, one goal.
Dude, it was weird, bro. I thought he was setting me up.
Yeah.
In his interviews. He's like,
so did I.
I'm getting that late submission victory. Yeah. Getting that late submission victory. Yeah. And I'm like,
yeah.
This
There's two options there.
Is he serious?
They're trying to mess with you, or
that's what I was like. There's no way he's actually saying that. His whole entire game plan.
Or he's like being straight up so that you second guess it.
Yeah.
And he stuck to it.
He did.
He didn't try a single other thing.
But he never tried to take me down either.
No, his plan was for you to take him down.
Yeah. And I was just like, how about no?
So then when you didn't,
how about no?
So he had nothing when you didn't.
No, it was weird. Yeah. The only thing I regret with that fight is I should have had a better system to get him out of there in the third round when I rocked him. Because I hit him really hard in the third, cut his eye. He was rocked. He was rocked, but I just like didn't want to get over aggressive.
Yeah.
But if I have a better system and better like strategy for that situation, I think I'd get him out of there.
For sure.
Because I think I just needed to land like one or two more. If I would have landed that same type of punch again, I would have got him out.
Yeah, that's a good lesson. But I did like how you didn't go crazy because he was gone enough to where you could have finished him, but like it was still a little scary.
Yeah.
Like if you went a little too crazy.
That's why I need like a good plan and strategy for when that happens. Yep. So it's like I know I'm safe, but like I'm still able to like get what I need. Yeah.
It's also you're up 2-0 and going in a third. What's the point of taking like this massive risk?
Yeah.
Up against the cage where he's like, that's where he is the best.
Yeah. Bro, it was crazy to listen to the commentary. Like they were so off base.
I didn't listen to it.
I listened to it that night and I was like, what are these guys watching?
Listen to you should watch the fight back because it is interesting.
What were they saying?
They were saying that it was a lot closer than it was.
It was crazy, bro. Like I don't know what they were looking at. It's just confusing to me. But again, I was bothered by it initially. I'm not really bothered by it anymore. I'm just like a little disappointed.
That's weird.
Because it was just not even competitive at all.
No.
He landed nothing. He landed maybe like, if I were to really look at it and judge it, I would say he landed less than 10 significant strikes and he had no big moments.
No.
0. I landed almost 100 probably, and I had multiple big moments.
They probably just went into it with like the preconceived notion, like the fans.
That he was just going to get hit and fall over.
Yeah, like that you're going to like destroy him. So then when you come in with that mindset, like anything less is going to look close.
It was weird.
But I don't know why, like for them, that's weird that
they've watched as much MMA as anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
Because I was sitting in the same place they were sitting, didn't look any different. You know?
No. I mean, I don't even really feel like. I feel like I got hit with 0 significant. Like, I got hit with stuff, but I didn't get hit with anything that was significant. Where I was like, oh damn, I don't want to get hit with that again. Yeah. It was like he kicked my arms like 20 times, and I blocked every single one. It was like I just blocked him. And they're like, oh, that's gonna hurt his arms, dude. Felt nothing.
Yeah, arms were feel totally fine during a fight.
No, I didn't feel anything. It got like 0 issue at all. Mm-hmm. The only thing that was an issue was when I kicked inside low and he checked it.
Did that heal up?
Yeah, it's good now. I wrestled today, so I'm totally fine. Yeah, it was like after the fight, it was swollen. It was a little hard to walk on my left foot, but it was literally fine. Yeah, like no issue really. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm really excited about it. I'm happy with it.
Yeah,
Barry put out a bunch of stats on it.
Dude, this is
show him it. Yeah, it's good. Actually, see if you can pull that up here. Yeah, so he has a new AI program that like that he can run through all the information.
That's cool.
Yeah, but he's got a bunch of cool stuff. Total opponent wins. So this is our first 6 fights. Total opponent wins, 10 fight UFC veterans and then 10 fight veterans and then UFC veterans. I'm the only guy, so I have 46 total opponent wins. Adesanya had 30-something. Whitaker had 3. Costa had 0. Strickland had 15. So I'm like triple the amount of wins that these guys are fighting.
Wow.
and at a minimum, and more 10+ fight veterans and more UFC veterans than any of them.
Wow.
Right.
He did a great job.
It just makes it like more realistic.
Yeah. It just educates the people.
Of a view. It's like, okay, well, this is actually what happened.
Yeah.
Not just this freaking crazy mania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
was a good one with show them the one with like it's like other combat sports athletes. Oh yeah, this one. This is a good one. So this is my total opponent wins, opponents with a winning record, and championship level opponents versus Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Anderson Silva, GSP, and Rico Verhoeven. The closest is Anderson with like probably around 20 total wins of his opponents. And I have, again, I have 46, 47.
Dude, this is a crazy stat to look at.
Yeah. So those are what those guys were fighting in their first 6 fight versus me. Not even close.
It's also hard. I will say that the commentators, and it's probably not what they're trained to do, but what happens, I mean, they're going to react to the crowd as well. That's part of it. That's part of the game. But
yeah, for sure.
I know they can hear too, but
like it's funny though, because this is going to make me seem like a douche, but I really have zero. The crowd and their view on it has literally zero effect on me. Like I couldn't care less about that. And even post fight, I'm like, cool guys. I literally don't care. I walked out there with a dub, healthy, got my check, did what I needed to do, all good. Like I do not care.
15 minutes of cage time.
Yeah, and I got great experience. So, and it's funny because I've been traveling a lot since the fight, and so I've seen hundreds of people in person, and they're all super positive, super nice. So it's just that idea, like, the freaking bread and circuses thing, with back to Roman times. Like, that's just what the people, they want to be entertained and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But I'm a real person. I'm not a freaking, movie character.
Yeah.
So, and I fought the smartest fight of I fought the best and smartest fight of my career, and nobody's going to change my mind on that.
For sure.
So, if anybody has a problem with it, come over to freaking ATT in Pleasant Gap and scrap up. If you got a problem with it, then you could see what it feels like to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
So otherwise, shut up.
Yeah.
That's it. Or keep talking. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
A couple people asked me like, does that affect you people, the fans booing and stuff? I'm like, honestly, just from a taste for myself, like the worst is when you don't feel good about your performance, but like the fans like love it. Like that feels worse to me than
absolutely
when the fans are booing you, but like you and your core team are really happy with it. Like it's cool.
Yeah, I feel excited about it.
Yeah.
It was weird. I felt terrible about my UFC 300 performance, and I got a second round finish, and the crowd cheered.
Yeah.
And they were excited about it. And I thought that was the worst performance that I had in my career. And this one was the best performance that I had, and the fans booed, and I feel great. Like literally zero effect on me. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And of course I want to get a finish. Yeah. Like it'd be great to go out there and knock a guy out or submit a guy, get a finish, but it's like, that's not reality. I'm fighting a 27 fight veteran who's beaten world champions, like, and world title challengers. Like, okay, I dominated him for 15 minutes. Like, that was amazing.
Huge jump.
Yeah.
Competition.
Massive jump in competition. Yeah, but I feel good about it. And if they think I need to step back and fight worse guys, okay.
Yeah.
Easy money. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's rack up some wins. Let's keep racking up the wins.
Yeah. If they want to see an easy fight, an easy finish, then keep developing you.
Yeah. Give me worse guys.
Yeah.
That guy has 18 fights in the UFC.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
He's been there for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yeah, like the stats are right there. Look at who these other guys are fighting in their, 5th, 6th, 7th fights. And there's zero doubt that there's levels. There's a different level of competitiveness of competitor, that I am versus, other guys. And I think that it's only going to be more and more clear to people because I'm just going to keep winning. And I have zero doubts about it. This fight was huge for my confidence. I was freaking nervous going in.
Yeah.
Like it was a big step up, big test. Madison Square Garden, easily, like by far the toughest opponent that I faced. massive amount of pressure. You know, most fans I've ever had at a fight, hardest training camp I've done. You know, President Trump there, like easily the most pressure I've ever had.
History with MSG.
History, yeah. Easily the most pressure I've ever had on me in a competitive setting, and I think I killed it. So
for sure,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, there was a lot going into it. I was like the most aware this fight week of like protecting your energy because there was so much.
It was
going
crazy.
On, so
New York
like,
was insane.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
I definitely, you know, I loved MSG and competing there, and the people was amazing. But New York makes things so much harder.
Yeah,
just to get it organized.
Yeah,
I think we do it again. Obviously, we're gonna do it better, but it was tough.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy. Vegas is built for that.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get in
100%.
and out. You know, you have the PI, you have everything. It's like very close, easy, quick 10, 15 minute drive. Boom,
Right.
boom, boom. Everything there was at least an hour. If there was traffic, it was an hour and a half, 2 hours to get anywhere.
Right.
We didn't get back that now until like almost 4 a.m.
4
Dude,
a.m.
that was crazy.
So
That
late.
we lost. My phone died, and we found the Uber.
So
and we
lucky,
beat you guys
yeah.
back.
Yeah, in Vegas, like you're back by like 9 or 10, depending on when you fight. Like
Yeah.
everything's just easy, smooth. But
Yeah.
it's I also really enjoyed the experience. So it's
Me
like
too.
it's just a give and take.
You know, I think that it was great to do that. I mean, I'm not even going to say that I wouldn't do it again because I would do it again, but Vegas is easier.
Yeah.
You know, it's easier.
Which is crazy because you're flying across the nation. But still.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, it was all fun though. It was so fun to have everybody there, and you know, just the only thing I wish we could have like enjoyed New York more, but that's not what we're there for.
Yeah.
And we got to go back to Princeton and enjoy that day. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was all super positive. Like I feel the best I've ever felt after that fight, and I feel more confident than I ever have too.
Good.
You know, so I think it was all good things.
That's what actually matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. From a fan's perspective of like sitting with everyone, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like I watched our whole row was like obviously all of our friends and family and your coaches.
Yeah.
And it was 15. We all said the same thing. 15 minutes domination.
Good.
Like, you'd have to be wearing a blindfold to think anything else.
No, and all the judges had it the same way. So
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Easy,
But
easy fights.
so
All right, boys.
All right.
I got anything else?
to all the haters, God bless you.
Love it.